Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Thank you so much for joining me and allowing me to continue to be your daily advocate. If you're new here or you're not subscribed for any reason, please do me a huge favor and hit the subscribe button. Thank you to all of you who have been watching and following me for so long. It truly means a lot, and I'm glad that I can be this person.
Yesterday, the scoop, the long-awaited Biden executive order on cryptocurrencies outlining the admin's view on digital assets and directing further study of economic, regulatory, and national security issues is finally expected to be signed by the president this week. She goes on, story on our scoop that President Biden will sign an executive order outlining his views on crypto, directing further study across. How long do they have to study? That's my first question. We've had Congress, we've had the SEC, CFTC, all these different branches of government. They've been talking and just having study for years now. How long do they have to study? In the business world, in the real world out here, we have to get things done quick. There's profit motives. You can lose money. See, the problem is that there is no profit motive. These people have nothing to lose. They're getting paid no matter what. So they can just sit around, talk about it, think about it, pontificate. The rest of us have to feed our children. These people, they can take their time till the end of days, and it doesn't matter because they're getting their government check and their government benefits, and that's part of the problem. She says there have been lots of fits and starts on the crypto EO, but this week's timeline is real. CNBC, confirming. All right, here's my thoughts on this. The first thing that you must understand is this guy hired Gary Gensler. So everything that you've seen out of Gary Gensler and all the things that don't make any sense and hemming and hawing and not giving you a straight answer, he was put there by this man. So you need to keep that frame of mind before this thing comes out, because I haven't seen anything out of these people that seems to be pro-American business and innovation. And so I'm more like brace for impact on this thing. I don't know what this is going to be. So now I love this guy's Twitter handle. I don't know there's always been a few people on Twitter that seem to be talking as if they know something, and those are the people that they always fascinate me, and this guy's one of them. Hassan Al-Anazi, the executive order is on the table of the Oval Office for signature and adoption due to the current he's retweeting his own tweet from back on February 25th. Due to the current political events, the executive order to adopt XRP as a global digital currency has been postponed. XRP holders, crypto. All right, so he thinks, this guy could be totally full of it, but I like his thought anyway. He thinks that the executive order is to adopt XRP as a global digital currency. I sure hope and pray and wish he would be right. Okay, Linda P. Jones. This is the woman that I think she's a financial blogger or something like that. This is an interesting tweet too. I think the SWIFT money moved to SIPs on 2/22/22. And the QFS with new treasury notes will be made public on 3/21/22. We are moving to new financial system. Now, I don't know if any of this right here is right, but she's putting dates out there. What I do know is that we are moving to a new financial system and away from the traditional banking. And she says this is not that person's version. This is libertarian. I don't say that person's name because one time on YouTube, I said it for about a week. And I stand by this, I had 2 weeks of my videos deleted. That's a true story. And I didn't delete them. Okay, moving along. Jonathan D sent me this. Coinbase says it's blocking 25,000 Russia-linked crypto addresses. Now folks, they may have good reasons the government might have good reasons for making Coinbase do this, but it illustrates a larger point. Because whether you agree with them doing this or you don't agree with them doing this, the point you need to get out of this is that our government and all these governments around the world, we now live in a world where all they need is an emergency. And like Rahm Emanuel said, Never let a crisis go to waste, because it means you can do things you could not do before. All these people, these bureaucrats and these politicians need ever is an emergency that they can get their media to go out and tout. And if their media yells that it's an emergency loud enough, they can do anything they want to do, folks. Anything. And I learned this lesson back in the financial crisis. Large enough emergency, they'll even bail out their own friends, and then after they bail out the banks, then they'll let the banks go and sue the people they didn't bail out. That's how that financial crisis worked. Ask home builders, developers, ask car dealers. It happened to them too. We live in a crony capitalism system now, and that's being kind, calling it that. This is not the way this country was founded, and a lot of the world's operating the same ways. Now, Gold Telegraph, breaking news. The U.S. Treasury Department is warning us, banks and financial institutions, to be on high alert for sanctions evasion, including via cryptocurrency transactions. So now they're warning, like it's an emergency, all these evil cryptocurrency holders like you and me out there. And at the same time, they're warning of cyber attacks, okay? You have to wonder who's going to be behind those cyber attacks they're predicting when they actually do happen. And they are going to happen. When these people start warning you months and months ahead. Yeah. What makes me nervous is the idea that, oh, your bank account's shut down now. So you can't pay your mortgage now? Because listen, I told somebody this yesterday. This is the kind of stuff that these people are capable of. If they can bail out their friends, on their banker friends, okay, and then let the banks go and sue. So back in the financial crisis, the banks took the equivalent risk that the home builders and the developers and the car dealers and all of them took. But when the bailouts occurred, they bailed out the banks. And then the banks went and sued the developers and the builders and a lot of the car dealers that went into default, okay? So let me ask you this question. These guys let's say they get let's say that there's a emergency and there's a cyber attack and it shuts all the banks down and nobody has access to their bank accounts. What happens if that happens and people can't pay their mortgages? Well, we have a government now, you don't know what they're, oh, sorry, you still owe the mortgage. And send in whoever to come in and take the mortgage. There's nothing trustworthy about these people, folks. Nothing. All right, speaking of not trustworthy, CoinDesk has not covered any of the Ethereum free pass that we've been covering for over a year now. But now that Consensus is getting sued by their shareholders, all of a sudden, CoinDesk wants to cover it. So here we go. Listen to this.
Well, the shareholders of Consensus AG have missed out on their fair share of that $3.3 billion. Recently, there's rumors that Consensus is raising, Consensus Software Incorporated is again raising at a $7 billion valuation. Now, if that transaction was illegal, then unfortunately all of those parties have invested in a company that does not own the intellectual property that it claims to. What we want to see, someone's been ripped off here. Either it's the people who have invested in Consensus Software Incorporated, or it's the original shareholders. And Joe Lubin needs to make these people whole.
How would you like to be Joe Lubin, knowing that you've got these attorneys coming after you, and you know that they've got a video of you talking about disguising whale purchases in the Ethereum ICO? I would not want to be him in that situation. Link 2 has passed a major hurdle. Watch this.
Hey, what's going on, family and friends? Ray Fuentes here, community manager at Link2. Stopping by to let you know that Link2 just smashed through the $100 million mark in total investments on our Link2 platform. So just want to say kudos to the dream team. Thank you so much to our Link2 family. We've got nothing but love for you. Thank you for trusting us with your investments and look forward to nothing but continued success with you all. Talk to you soon. Love you mucho.
I don't know about you guys, but my my views where I live are not near as good as Ray Fuentes' views. He's always got a great backdrop. Now, if you don't know if you're accredited, or if you are, go check out Link2. Find out from them. They'll let you know if you're accredited. But this is where I personally have bought several different things. Link2 private equity, Ripple private equity, Uphold private equity. So go check it out when you get a chance. Okay, Gold Telegraph, breaking news. Spanish banking multinational Santander, which is also a Ripple partner, has launched loans in Argentina collateralized with tokenized commodities. Boom. Spanish banking multinational loans in collateralized with tokenized commodities. Well, this is going to get interesting, isn't it? U.S. gasoline hits all-time record high. The Federal Reserve still has not raised rates a quarter of a point. Folks, if you're not putting, and I don't even have this here as a thing, but if you're not putting some gold in your portfolio, you are out of your ever-loving mind, or at least I am. And I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just saying, people, I'm getting myself a hedge. That's all I'm saying. Okay. Now, I'll finish with this. This is a great John Deaton thread. 16 facts proving the case is dead on arrival, the SEC case. On February 8, 2012, Jesse Powell, this is the Kraken CEO, he was with Ripple early on, and Jed McCaleb receive a legal opinion from Perkins Coie, informing them if they sell XRP to investors and use the money for operational cost, XRP will likely be an investment contract, aka a security. All right. Then he goes on, after receiving the legal opinion, Chris Larson and Jed McCaleb scrap the old business model and instead seek VC funding for business operations. Investors will not receive XRP, but instead receive actual shares of stock in the company Ripple. Larson and McCaleb receive a second opinion from Perkins Coie on October 19th, 2012, based on the new business model. They are advised XRP is most likely not a security. The letter hints at risks relating to the bank secrecy laws and being labeled a money services business. In 2015, Ripple was sued by FinCEN. Consistent with risks referenced in the legal memo, FinCEN declared a subsidiary of Ripple a money service business and classified XRP as a convertible virtual currency. Ripple settled for $700,000 and agreed to register sales with FinCEN. Pursuant to the terms of the settlement with DOJ FinCEN, Ripple agreed to register sales of XRP only through FinCEN. The agreement forces Ripple to comply with the banking laws and U.S. not securities laws. On June 13th, 2018, lawyers write a legal memo analyzing with regard to XRP as a security, and it does not recommend enforcement. It's clear the SEC's own analysis did not conclude XRP was a security. One, the SEC would turn over the memo over. Two, they would have informed Ripple. On June 14th, the Hinman speech. The market absolutely viewed the speech as market guidance. Attorneys Nancy Wotas and Wendy Moore participated in the SEC meetings and described its impact the best. If the platform is slightly more decentralized than ETH, you're free. And this is the video of them saying that. In the clip above, Wotas said, if you can do just a little better than Ethereum, you're golden. Perkins Coie lawyers helped write the Hinman speech, and Wendy Moore, a lawyer from that firm, responded to Wotas' comment with, then why isn't Ripple? Huge evidence. Because Hinman only blessed Bitcoin and Ethereum in his speech on August 20th, 2018, Brad Garlinghouse and Joel Katz, David Schwartz, met with Clayton and Hinman to discuss XRP. Brad informed them Ripple is living in purgatory over XRP's lack of clarity. Then he goes on, the next month, September 2018, Garlinghouse met with Commissioner Elad Roisman. During this meeting, not only did Roisman not inform Brad that the SEC considered XRP a security, Roisman made statements that gave Garlinghouse confidence XRP wasn't viewed as a security. Roisman lawyer Estabrook took notes during this meeting. Claiming privilege, the SEC refuses to turn over these notes. It should be noted, however, the SEC provided notes of other meetings between Garlinghouse and the SEC. The notes clearly corroborate Brad's testimony. The January 2019 Coinbase meeting with the SEC, Coinbase and its sophisticated securities lawyers informed the SEC they determined today's XRP not to be a security and intended to list it unless the SEC disagreed. The SEC did not, and XRP was listed on Coinbase in February 2019. In June 2019, SEC allowed Ripple to acquire 9% stake of MoneyGram. Ripple filed a notice with the SEC informing it about its intended use of XRP and MoneyGram. In short, SEC knew Ripple would transfer the XRP to MoneyGram, who would then sell to retail holders via exchanges. The SEC now claims XRP sold by MoneyGram to retail holders via exchanges are also sales of unregistered securities. Totally absurd.
So enjoy your day, everybody. I'm always here for you. Leave any comments or questions below, and be sure to subscribe. But thanks, everybody. I really appreciate you. Enjoy your day, and I always have your back. So thanks so much, everybody.